In this video, we will install the data collector. The first step is to acquire the installer. However, the data collector does not have a standalone download. Instead, the installer is bundled within the Data Aggregator. On the data collector host, we will extract this installer by executing a REST call that pulls the binary directly from the Data Aggregator and saves it to a temporary directory. Detailed instructions for this method, as well as alternative ways to obtain the installer, are available in the official online documentation. Now that we have extracted the install.bin from the Data Aggregator, we need to apply execution rights to the install.bin file. Execute the install.bin file. In this demonstration, we will select option 1 for English. Next, review the installer navigation instructions before pressing enter to proceed. Next, review the host evaluation results. You must correct any critical errors and restart the installation. You may notice a warning regarding the required number of CPU cores. While we will proceed since this is a demonstration system, you should never ignore this in a production environment. Even if the installer allows you to continue, a warning indicates that a requirement is not optimal, which could lead to performance bottlenecks or system instability. We will hit enter to continue. By default, the installer assigns root as the installation owner. However, you have the option to specify a non-root user if your security policy requires it. For this procedure, we will accept the default root user. When prompted to choose Install Folder, select the directory where the data collector will be installed. For this demonstration, we will accept the default path. When prompted to configure maximum process memory, you are setting the memory limit for the data collector engine. There is no need to modify this value unless you have a specific architectural requirement or have been instructed to do so by Broadcom support. Therefore, we will accept the default setting. Next, configure the data aggregator by entering the hostname or IP address of your data aggregator server. The Configure Data Collector for Data Aggregator Fault Tolerance option is next. We are performing a non-fault tolerant installation, so we will press enter to accept the default choice of no. Next is the Associate Data Collector with Default Tenant option. We are not configuring a multi-tenant environment, so we will press enter to accept the default tenant. A pre-installation summary will now appear. Review this information carefully to ensure all configurations are correct, then press enter to begin the installation. The installation is now complete. Note the displayed installation directory for your records, then press enter to allow the installer to perform its final cleanup and exit. Now that the installation of the data collector is complete, at this time the data collector has been associated with the data aggregator. Lastly, check to see that the data collector services are running. These services are DCM and ActiveMQ processes. All are running and the installation is successful.